as I say, today we're jumping into Dahmer. This is episode 9. We have one more episode to go, and then we are done with this series. The last episode for me was one of the hardest episodes that I could actually watch of any show. It took me about an hour after I was done watching the show to actually get myself together. It was even hard for me to edit yesterday. But listen, this show, the hardest parts was the court case and also seeing the father interact with the son for me was very, very hard. But now, like I said, we have one more episode to go. And the last episode, once again, I'm going to announce that in episode 10, I'm going to ask for you guys to comment down on shows that we could watch together on episode 10. And then we're going to grab a couple of those shows, put it in a poll, and we're going to figure out what content we're going to watch next. I did hear that you guys said that season 2 is going to refer to the actual court cases, but I think for me, I will probably find small clips of the court cases and react to that as well to wrap up the whole thing, because who knows how long season 2 is going to take for them to do of Dahmer. Also, I believe that what I'm really looking forward to seeing is this Casey the clown person, but like I said, we're gonna talk about that in episode 10. I don't know where we're going to go in this episode. I would only believe that we're going to actually follow Dahmer into jail since he's already been convicted in the last episode. And now I'm kind of really curious to see how his whole storyline is going to wrap up. I'm very curious to see if we're going to touch base on the father, the mother, since the mother did try to kill herself in the last episode, and maybe touch on the other victims that are still lingering in the back of this show. Or are we only going to follow Dahmer in jail? That's what I'm curious about, and that's what we're going to find out together. Just so you guys know, this is going to be a full reaction from my second and third tier here on the YouTube platform, as well as my other platform, Patreon. So guys, please sign up to one of those platforms and help support the channel today. Also, please like this video. It does wonders, honestly, for this video and this channel. So please just like, and share if you guys can. Thank you so much for us reaching over 7,000 subscribers. You guys are amazing. I can't do it without you. With that being said, guys, let's jump into Dahmer and find out exactly what this killer has got to give.
117-252, Dahmer. 119-942, Bryant. 116.
I put in a request for 2 cyanide capsules and a razor blade. Can you check on those for me?
He was like, no.
Dear Jeff, my friends think I'm crazy for writing to you, but I wanted to say hi. 3 different guys at my school. One is you for Halloween, and everybody freaked out. Made a comic book about you. Did you know?
A comic book? The hell's a comic book?
I think it's cool. I've always been into scary stuff. Will you send me back, like, a drawing or something? And I sent you $5.
They didn't confiscate that? They're supposed to.
Send you more if you write back. Your biggest fan, Alice.
Is he trying a turkey? Remember, back in school? That's what he drew?
You ever notice how this looks just like a human thumb? That's how they look when I was done with them. No. Actually, more like this.
I don't like that, son.
My fans do.
You know you don't have to go back there. You could stay with us for as long as you need to.
I'll be anyone's burden, and that's the end of it.
But Mama,
it's not the end of it.
They ever gonna let up?
Give it time. Something else will come along.
I'll get it. I'm sorry. No, this is crazy.
What?
Mama, you can't stay here, and I won't let you. The death, murder, I know you smell it too.
And where else am I supposed to go? Huh? Couldn't afford it even if I wanted to. He has taken enough from this world. He's not taking my home. I won't let him.
You know where everyone else is going at night, right?
I'm fine. I'm his goodness. Will you stop? You acting like Jeff Dahmer gonna jump out the shadows and try to get me.
Well, just call me least, and please get some rest.
If I gave you $20, you think you could get me something?
Turn that off!
Why? I'm just trying to get some sleep.
Turn it off and give it to me!
Mine.
I mean, Wales.
Can't just take it.
Give it to me or you're going in the hole.
Like that, huh? Sounds of people getting killed.
It's whale noises. They're soothing to me. It helps me sleep. I can't turn off the lights in here.
Take it up with the warden. Should have given you the electric chair.
I asked him to. Gave me 900 years instead. Come on, man. I'll just get more whale noises, dude.
Oh, he was hated. She was open his mail.
Dear Miss Hughes, would you be so kind as to autograph this for me? Thank you. Josh Mahoney, Champaign, Illinois.
I understand your anger, Miss Hughes, but civil suits can take years.
I'm not doing this for money. No amount of money can bring my son Tony back. Somebody has got to pay for this and be held accountable.
Agreed. Jeffrey Dahmer's father has written a book. And my guess is it's going to sell way more copies than some comic book.
They seem like decent people.
Look, on top of suing the city, I say we go after Dahmer and his family. Hell, even small donations that Dahmer's fans might be sending him in prison.
I don't know. I mean, suing the city, going after Dahmer, that feels right. Going after his family, after what they've been through, too.
I don't think he's going to be sharing any of that money with you or any of the other victims' families, not voluntarily anyway. So, are you up for this fight?
It might be possible to dismiss a father's story were it not for the palpable pain and despair that gusts from the text. He's trying in this ascription to peer not just into the soul of his son, but into his own. Oh, honey, this is fantastic. This deserves a toast, huh?
We're back with Lionel and Sherry Dahmer. His book, Father's Story.
An option, and there's a couple of guys named Ambler and Dickinson.
Hey, Dahmer.
The whole story.
Let's go.
A father's story.
Sorry, what am I supposed to do?
And you cooperate.
My dad's on TV.
There's any,
What do you mean I have to pay him the profits? How can we do that? There are no profits.
Well, in a way, that's the silver lining.
So if it does,
then yes, the judge said that the families would be entitled to those profits. Well, he earns 25 cents an hour working in the prison, and people send him money.
No, all he does is buy coffee and cigarettes with it.
look, I understand that people are in pain. I do, but really? 25 cents?
Which one of them is this?
Which one of them
It's
is
all
this?
of the families.
Why don't you go back to where you came from?
Hello?
Nobody wants you here. Get on a fucking boat and go back.
What? Now people are harassing these families?
Relax. I just want to take some pictures. Watch what happens.
Why are you all staring at him like that?
เป็นยังแม่ตัดนะออกจากคุก
ลูกอีกเขาบอกว่าเรื่องอันนี้อีกพ่อแม่
Today, we are gathered to celebrate bravery, courage in the face of danger, in the face of great doubt.
Each one of you represents the best of us. Everyday citizens driven in your life not by reward.
When the mobs came, these two men stood their ground, and we stood beside them, and we fought for them. And for all of us who put on a badge, we take care of our own.
Facing great obstacles, this brave woman went above and beyond, displaying unyielding resolve. typifying the great spirit of Milwaukee.
With great pride and honor,
look at the difference,
that I call to the stage the recipients of the Milwaukee Police Association,
the Cleveland,
Balsazak and Joseph Gabrish.
Thank you, Chief. This is a step in the right direction. I will accept this award on one condition, that in the future you do better. This is for the Conorak boy and for all the other victims.
We intend to sue the city in federal court for violating your son's right to equal protection. We seek $10 million in damages for your family. A sum like that goes a long way in making your lives just a little bit easier. Also, I understand that they're auctioning off Jeffrey Dahmer's belongings, and I'm going to make sure 100% of those proceeds go to the victims.
มาเด้อก่อนลูกก่อนรักมากินอาหารที่ลูกมักหมู่มาหามีชิ้นแห้งกับต้มเค็มมาให้มีทั้งขนมหวานที่ลูกมัก
Oh, this is where everybody goes at night?
Thank you. You're welcome. Glenda, I read about you in the paper trying to help that boy. Good as it was, what'd it get us? Us still can't sleep in our own bed. But this is where we're all coming for comfort, right? I told my daughter, I said, I'll come down if I get scared. He's in my nerves and my brain. I can't get it to stop.
Right, it's real bad, both knees. Hate going up and downstairs. On the hall, all the way down to the alley, just so I don't have to walk past that some bitch's apartment.
Next time your trash need to go out, you set it right outside your door. Girl, we got to look out for each other.
$10 million, huh, you fucking gook? How about you leave well enough alone and fuck off back to your rice paddy?
God. Who is this?
Due to safety reasons, I have been told I can no longer allow residents to sleep in the lobby. For those wishing to remain, I am pleased to inform that your rent will be lowered by 25%. For those wishing to break your lease, there will be no penalty in doing so.
My name is Glenda Cleveland.
Yes, I know who you are. It's a pleasure to meet you. I helped bring the family over from Laos. Found a whole body. You know, just parts.
This is the boy's mother?
Yes.
I don't want to, maybe I could speak with his father.
Certainly yes.
I'm Glenda Cleveland. I was the one who called the police about your son. I am so sorry. And I never should have trusted the police when they said everything was okay.
Oh.
Because it wasn't.
It's okay.
No.
Oh.
It isn't.
Oh, not again.
You do everything you can.
He's gonna visit his mother. His mother's in the hospital.
I'm here to see Catherine Dahmer. But all I ever really wanted to do was to help other parents to, look out for the warning signs. I'd have had Raquel Welch play you, Ma. I know you always liked her. She's been good, too. He really loved you, Ma. In his own way. And you did your best with him. As well as anybody could. You're a good mom to me, that's for sure. I'll come back see you tomorrow.
Yeah, that's exactly what happens when you have dementia.
Oh, one more.
Exactly do you boys think you're doing?
Nothing. We're just having some fun.
Fun?
We're allowed to take pictures. Hey, what the fuck?
People were murdered in here. Do y'all get that?
So, Jeff, one of the questions your
people
dad
are
has
crazy.
in the book is, when did you begin to slip?
Must be eating pretty good in prison.
Just couldn't return.
Having obsessive thoughts.
Was it the killing that excited you?
No.
Everybody's into
killing is just a means to an end.
แม่บอกให้เบิ่งอันนั้นอยู่ในบ้านนี่
Just turn it on.
One of those failed experiments at creating a living zombie was conducted on this 14-year-old boy. A crude attempt at lobotomy that none of his victims survived.
Why would they do that?
Why he gets to go on national TV to tell his side of the story?
Maybe if we can understand what motivated him, we could.
I have had it. This is not some Halloween story.
I know.
Glenda Cleveland,
Yes?
may we come in?
No, you may not.
Landlord told us we might be able to find a Sandra Smith here. She's your daughter? Miss Smith, you have the right to remain silent.
I didn't do anything. Wait a minute. Why are you arresting my daughter? That young man was trespassing.
Did your daughter assault him and break his camera?
Now, this show don't make you want to dislike cops. I don't know what show you need to watch.
Morning, Rita.
What? A golden one now.
I want that grill. What do you like me the zombies with?
Well, whatever that number is, I'm telling you, I'll do 100K over it. Okay? You put that down right now! That's my property, asshole! Your union rep's a dear friend of mine. I'll get your ass fired, you sack of shit! Fucking bury it!
Oh, he's getting rid of it.
But the city has agreed to settle, conceding that they violated his rights to equal protection under the law. And now the number's not what we'd like it to be. They're offering $850,000, but it's my advice that you take it.
$10 million to $850,000.
I'm Joe Zilber. You don't know me. I know the proceeds for the auction were going to go to the victim. Paid a little more and made sure it was all destroyed. This is your cut of it. Splits between 11 families. 32,000.
Hello?
Why don't you take that $850,000 and get on a nice big fucking plane and go back to the fucking jungle, you slanty-eyed piece of shit.
Call again or I make you sorry.
Go ahead.
Hey, Sarge.
I thought you clocked out.
We're just finishing up. Let's make it a phone call.
How have you been since our last talk?
Okay, I guess that if I've kind of cut myself off from people. I don't go out anymore. The friends, even family. No. I just feel ashamed.
I understand how you feel.
Yo, don't bullshit me.
I understand.
He's affecting all their lives.
You can't hide your apartment forever. You're gonna have to face your fears and start living again.
You will be getting an official notice, but I want to let you know that the city is buying the building and it's being demolished. They're gonna provide relocation expenses for all the tenants. But yes, you'll need to move.
And what are they gonna replace it with?
Don't know. I heard maybe a park. I'm sorry, Glenda, for everything.
Thank you. You're a good man, Mr. Princewell.
Jesus, keep me from all. Just a closer walk with thee.
You fucking deserve it, man! You deserve it!
Now for you.
Damn. Right in church? I just realized.
Dear Jeff, I'm your biggest fan. I read in the paper they tried to kill you in prison. Made me laugh. They'll never kill you, man. Jeffrey Dahmer will never die. Can you send me an autograph? Merry Christmas. Love, Dave.
Why do you have fans? My God. Well. So this episode definitely made us really dislike police officers. in a whole, you got to see these two police officers who were harassing the family whose son was just murdered, because obviously they're getting back at this family for getting the other two police officers suspended with pay from their jobs. So they're just going to keep harassing them because I guess that's what makes sense. Then you see other people taking pictures in front of the building, not giving a damn about what the other people have gone through, or even just the family in general, the families in general. Everybody, people of color, once again, got the low end of the stick, even though, and on top of that, not on, even though, they were the victims of all of this tragedy. But for some reason, white folks still maintained glory. I hate to say it. I really try not to get into the race thing, but this is so blatant disrespect for everybody. Then not only you have the police, you have these damn people going just entitled. Then you got the fans writing to Jeffrey Dahmer. Then you have the networks. Even he had an interview. You didn't interview the families and put their faces to the victims. You interviewed the killer. This obviously has created a bigger society. This kind of reminds me of like almost every horror movie that I've ever seen. I will take it as this. Okay, now this is a kind of a weird comparison. Kind of not really actually. But the Joker in DC, he was kind of like in some people's rendition of the Joker. Or even the Joker the movie too. He was one of the first villains. He was crazy, cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs. He did all these mass murders and mayhem. When he got arrested, what he did was spark other people to commit the same crimes or do something similar. And it started this whole type of situation in the city, which caused the Riddler, the Penguin, Catwoman, Poison Ivy, all these villains to actually rise up in power and positions. It kind of is giving me that flow. Now, I don't know anything about serial killers in general, so I'm sure obviously there was other serial killers before Dahmer. I know that somewhere, what did I watch? Was it the last episode that I seen of Dahmer? There's a part of like another killer that was in there, and everybody was trying to compare him to like the Chainsaw Massacre or something like that. I didn't even see those movies, so like when people were giving these renditions of that murderer and he's the reason why all these other movies and stuff was made, I was like, well, I haven't seen these movies, so I heard of it. Don't get me confused. I know that it is a real deal, but yeah, I don't know anything about it. So maybe we'll jump into that as well, because I really don't know any of those movies. But as you can see, if that's the case, and this was a serial killer, that sprouted all these other people. And with Dahmer, it seems like it's doing the same thing here. That all these people are biggest fans, and you're like, why are you a fan of this person that killed these people and ate them and did all this other crazy I don't understand. And there was a part of me where the families were suing and taking all the money from Dahmer and his family, and I was like, damn. Like a small part of me was like, well, the father? But then I was like, damn, but you're profiting from people who are dead, pretty much. So then I took back what I was feeling. So this episode was very emotion driven. I was having all sorts of feelings. I kind of remained quiet because I do know that I'm on a platform where the slightest thing, especially in this time, can be offensive, although this is a very crazy show. But my mouth is so disgustingly vulgar at times, and I could be very offensive. At least I'm really honest with y'all, that I literally just was pretty quiet. But my feelings, it has been ignited, and I think what I'm going to do is take a bubble bath with one of those little squeaky duck things, because I'm kind of upset. So give me a couple of hours. I'll be in a bubble bath while you guys are commenting down below. But definitely rub it up done in my brand new tub. Definitely comment down below, guys, about this episode and what you really feel. Do you guys agree that when we are, if you think about it, even, let me clap, New York. do you even think about all of these other murders recently, right? With the news media constantly, before the news media used to put these killers on TV, like their pictures and stuff like that, where you had a picture, a face to match but that started sparking other things, other people, Columbine shootings and all these mass murders that caused other people to go, and that's, so I kind of made my point. I should honestly be a lawyer and honestly just start putting people in jail. Because, and for these two officers to still be free and live their best lives, and all of this has happened, is absolutely disgusting. And I'm very curious to know, is there anything that people could do now to reverse this and try to go after those police officers, go after that police department, go after the other officers that were harassing his family, and go, and the DA would have to do that. Probably the head of all of that. Maybe the FBI, somebody to go after these officers, which I highly doubt will happen because statute of limitation or some other type of law that they will throw in your face to say, no, they can't do it. But this is highlighting all this injustice and probable cause that these officers should be arrested, especially if they were like that, like such assholes. On top of them being reinstated, they were just douchebags. And then the other fat officers that were eating bags of chips, calling people and harassing them. Let me let you know. If this was me, and this is back in the time with me, I'd probably be in jail because I would have gone crazy on these police officers and the national. I would have been a lunatic, and I'm very happy that I was born now and living this life than like back then. Just because the injustice system, I don't know how these people remains quiet and really held their composure. I know that if they did it, they would have been arrested. Look at how they arrested the daughter. With no questions asked. As you saw the comparison, let me get the hell off this reaction because I'm getting angry again, and I know that my bubble bath is calling me, so I gotta go. With that being said, guys, if you see this reaction, realize you are not subscribed. Hit the subscribe button, so please like and share this content because it is what it is for this channel. And I'll see you all next time on Andres El Rey.